Let's hear a little bit from Dolphins coach Mike McDaniel, because obviously reporters had the kind of questions that we all have. When will he be back? Should he stop playing, etc.? Here's some of what Mike McDaniel said when he updated reporters after last night's game on the status of Tua Tagovailoa.
Right now, I'm not really. It's more about, getting a proper procedural evaluation tomorrow and taking it one day at a time. The furthest thing from my mind is, what is the timeline? I want to know. We just need to evaluate, and I'm just worried about my teammate, and like the rest of the guys are. But we'll get more information tomorrow, and then take it day by day from there. I'm not worried about anything that's out of my hands in terms of. I'm just worried about the human being, and he'll drive the ship when we get the appropriate information. But it's day by day health is what I've really try to approach all the stuff that way, particularly with concussions.
I agree with everything Mike McDaniel said. However, Tua isn't the only person with the hands on the wheel of the ship. The doctors are the ones who will decide first and foremost whether he is cleared to play. Then, once he is cleared to play, he decides, do I keep playing? That's the distinction that I don't think we can overemphasize, because I think a lot of people just think it's a very simple, Tua decides whether to retire or not. Well, before we even get to that point, doctor has to decide you can play. And if doctor decides you can play, that's when the decision becomes one that has 9 figures of financial ramifications for Tua Tagovailoa, which weren't there the last time that he processed this. That's the big difference. He's been down this path before in deciding to keep playing football. This is the first time he's going down that path, Michael, with $167 million riding on the decision that he makes.
And Mike, when you brought up Javid Best earlier, and you brought up Chris Borland, and that was a different financial model for the league. That was before salary cap was rising. I mean, just exponential numbers, just numbers that we can't even imagine, and for everybody. So I really can't think of a player who's been in this position who's had so much financially to lose with this decision. And I go back to, Roger Staubach. Roger Staubach had many concussions, but we're talking about late 70s, early 80s. We didn't talk about it the same way. The money certainly wasn't, it wasn't even free agency in football. It was just a different league altogether. And he eventually stopped. I mean, what was the number for Staubach? I know he's talked about it. Was it a dozen? It was a lot of concussions that he had. Troy Aikman at the end of his career, Steve Young. But that's at the end. That's late 90s, very early 2000s. Just a different story. Here we are with a quarterback league. Your average quarterbacks, average guys, making $45 million a year, or slightly above average. It's a lot of money, a lot of guarantees. I just wonder, what he'll do in this situation with options, Tua. And then I know it's crazy, but does the league do anything? Is this the next layer of defensive players saying, oh, here we go again, we can't do anything with quarterbacks? Does it really get to the point where the quarterback is the guy in the red jersey and you can't touch him? If you get into like a perimeter, and I don't want to see this, by the way. I don't want to see this in football. I'm just wondering from a league perspective, do they do something where you can't touch the quarterback, and the quarterback is going to, when you get close to if he gets out of the pocket, he must slide or something. I don't know how it would work, but I do know the league looks at this and they don't like this conversation. They don't like that they're back in the spotlight. So I wonder if this is the next layer of some type of quarterback protection, and we call it the Tua Tagovailoa rule.
Hey, that's an excellent point. And one thing the league has been doing in recent years, which would counter what we would think their natural interest would be, they've been adamant about the fact that once you choose to become a runner, all bets are off. And, we've seen so many of these plays along the sideline where it's a clean hit, but because it's 15 for the Kansas City Chiefs, out comes the flag. We see that all the time. We see quarterbacks, and I've seen quarterbacks manipulating that, slowing down, acting like they're going out of bounds, and the defender slows down, and they go for another 10 yards. So the league has moved away from that. When you choose, and that's what this was, Tua chose to become a runner. You have the same protections, i.e. not many at all, that a running back has. So I think that if the league does anything, here's where I thought you were going. I thought the league maybe makes some calls about, are we sure we're going to clear this guy? Are we sure he should ever be on the field again? Are we sure maybe we should just, wait until after the season to make a decision? And I don't want to be that cynical, but I know how this world works. And when you have a guy who, and you think of how intensely he became the focal point of concussions 2 years ago, and last year because he didn't have any, he's one of the few quarterbacks to start every game of the year. We forgot about it. Now all of a sudden it's back. And now he's right back there. And if you're the league, you don't want that. And so are we sure we should clear him? And I don't know how it's articulated. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just a series of knowing glances. But I think they understand, maybe we don't want to have Tua have another concussion this year, so maybe he doesn't get cleared, until after this year.
In that scenario, Mike, if I'm Tua and I want to keep playing, I'm going to call my attorney. I know an attorney, Mike Florio. I'm going to call my attorney.
I no longer have a license. It's been revoked. It's been torn up. It's been shredded and burned.
That's right. Get out of here. But I could see him taking a legal route, which a lot of players would do. Wait a minute. You're telling me what to do? As he said in that press conference clip, it's my health, it's my body, it's my life, it's my career, my choice. You're telling me that I can't do this? You're going to make, this is going to be a Park Avenue decision about my career? How can you say that? This is the risk. I know it's football. This is what I want to do. I've been cleared by doctors, and he would find it. We know how this is. You could go shopping around to find a doctor who tells you exactly what you need to hear because everybody doesn't see it the same way. So there are some NFL doctors or league-approved doctors who might say, no, it's not happening. And he finds someone there in Miami or anywhere else in the country, New York, Chicago, who can clear him to play football. He's fine to play football, and he's back at it. So I don't think the league could do it. I don't really know what the league can do, Mike. And even the scenario that I painted with, you can't touch the quarterbacks. Well, that's a 1985 solution, not 2024. Think about Jaden Daniels. Think about Lamar Jackson, even Patrick Mahomes with some great running ability at times at key moments. How do you do that? The quarterback's a runner, but I can't touch him because he's a quarterback. It's really hard to kind of legislate this situation. It really comes down to what Tua decides to do.
You touched on something. I want to pull that thread a little bit more, and then we need to take our first break of the hour. I could envision a scenario where the NFL and or the Dolphins come down on the side of Tua isn't cleared, and then Tua does fight it. And there are legal apparatuses available within the collective bargaining agreement that would allow it to culminate in a hearing, and maybe the decision is Tua's found a doctor, it's Tua's decision, Tua knows the risks. That exercise could have a beneficial cleansing effect for the NFL. Hey, we tried. He won. He's allowed to keep playing. He's fully and completely and totally responsible for anything that happens because we try to protect him from himself. And he fought us and he won. Just so everybody knows that. And I think that gives the league a layer of legal and moral cover in the event that it happens again. And it happens again. And it eventually goes beyond the point at which it compromises his short-term and long-term health.
Yeah, that'd be tough. That'd be tough. That'd be tough for the league to even do it. I think the league is hopeful that it won't even have to get into all of that because it just keeps the story in the news even more. It turns into a personal Tua Tagovailoa decision. Now the big bad NFL is trying to keep Tua from getting his money and pursuing his career. I think they are just hopeful that it resolves itself. And you can keep hoping because it's not going to resolve itself. It's going to be, my guess, Mike, is it's going to get uncomfortable. It's going to get uncomfortable before a resolution. It might be some tense moments, whether that's Dolphins versus Tua, NFL versus Tua, something. It might get a little ugly before we figure out what's going to happen next.
Mike, would be a fascinating exercise in where public opinion, fans, media would come down in a fight like that. League team trying to protect player from himself. Player saying, how dare you? How dare you? This is my choice. I know the risks. I'm willing to accept the risks. We'll see. And it may go that way because Tua's attitude very well may be, I am not walking away, period. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.